Senior day this week for you, Oscar. What are you going to miss the most about playing in Sanford Stadium?
Just being able to put that G on. I mean, it's just special. A couple weeks ago, it just really kind of hit me where coming to an end, at these home games and just being able to put on the red and black is special. And that fan base we got out there is unreal. Just to be able to have them in your corner is awesome. So I'm going to try to take it all in as I can this weekend. Really not going to hit me probably till after the game, but I'm excited.
Yeah, Oscar, I think this offseason you kind of mentioned maybe looking the wrong places last year and being grounded this year, being where you're at. How do you feel like you've gone about doing that, and how do you feel like it's impacted your level of play because you're playing good ball right now?
I appreciate it. I was talking about earlier, it's like when you're younger and you're playing football, you don't wake up and, I hope I get all these catches today, I hope I do all this today. You just go out there and play football because you love it. And I think just being a tight end at Georgia, you got to know everything about the offense, and you got to know the offense as a whole. And just knowing that and being able to get out there on the field and get put in any position and just do anything to kind of help execute that play to the best of its ability is a big thing. So I just kind of go out there and don't matter what it's called, I'm going to take pride in what I got to do in that play. I think that's helped me a lot this year because, it's easy to, when you don't get the ball and you don't do what your people are wanting you to do on social media, to kind of get in your head and get all upset about it. But I really did fall in love with blocking and all this stuff in the run game and just, watching other people on our teams make plays. So I think when you have that in a team, and we got a lot of guys like that on our team, you got a special team. So we got a special group, and I'm excited for what we got the rest of this year.
Oscar, to your left, I'm curious what that moment was a few weeks ago when you realized the end is near, just because you guys are always so focused on the present and the moment right in front of you.
Yeah, you're always going to know when that potential last game at Sanford Stadium is, and for it to finally be coming up this week possibly is just, it's crazy. And it's hard to think about. Just, I remember my freshman year spring ball right when I got here, and just from where we've gone since then is unreal, and just how much these coaches have poured into me and the other players on this team, and how much the other guys on our team have poured into each other. It's awesome. We got a special senior group, and we've been talking about it a little bit, but we're more excited than sad. So.
Yeah, with that senior group, Kurt was saying a lot of you guys had to take on more of a leadership role this year. So what do you feel like the legacy or lasting impact of this group is going to be as you all look back on your careers?
Yeah, it really all starts when we got here as freshmen. With the whole NIL era now, it's easy to leave and go ask for a ton more money at other places, and any guy in my class could have done that. And just to have those guys that really stuck through it all, that are still here, just shows how much they care about this program and what it means to them. And it kind of starts with us pouring into the younger guys this off season and just bringing them all along. And our team is so special. I think you could plug in a young guy at any position and there'd be little to no drop off. So that's just how special it is to us and this team.
To your left again, Kirby doesn't know this week or foreseeable future the loss of C.J. Allen. What has he meant to this team, and who do you envision stepping up if he's not able to go?
Yeah, CJ's a really special player. It's hard to replace him. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything on the stats of him, but we're all praying for him and hoping for the best for him, obviously. But I trust Coach Smart and whoever he's gonna put in that position to kind of step up for him. And I know just how good our defense is and how much you can move guys around and move people everywhere. So I'm not worried at all about who's going to be where. I just know that Coach Smart's going to come with a good game plan to fix it.
So you had I guess kind of post-game tweet, or whatever you want to call it now, X, for Gunnar and the Heisman. Why do you feel so strongly about kind of wanting to push for that?
The numbers are the numbers. I see stuff everywhere about all these guys at different schools. Their teams are pushing for them to be on the Heisman and all that. Gunnar doesn't care about that stuff at all, but just me being, one of his best friends and his roommate, I see it every day at practice. We're playing in the biggest games in the country, and he's dominating. So it's kind of crazy that he's not talked about more. I don't know what goes into that or who makes those decisions, but if I'm turning on tape, that's one of the guys that I'm inviting.
Yeah, when you committed to play for Georgia, Brock Bowers was in the midst of a great freshman season, and he's only a year older than you. And this is me projecting here, but I think a lot of guys maybe would not have welcomed that challenge of playing 1 year behind him and possibly being in a shadow. Why did you sort of welcome that, and how do you think that's helped you develop as a player and person?
To be the best, you got to play with the best, and I think that's why people come to Georgia in the first place. And I would not want to go to a school where I know as a freshman I'm going to be an immediate starter and do all this stuff, but we're not going to win games, and who knows what's going to happen. You know, coming to Georgia, you know who your coaches are going to be. You know who is going to be calling your plays. You know who's going to be next to you on the line, and it's special, you know, to see those older guys in front of you. It all starts with the older guys, you know, they bring on the young guys, and just to be able to play with Brock is unreal. And you know, he's one of my best friends to this day still. Keep in touch with him all the time. I'm just so grateful to be able to play with him and Darnell and those guys, and just I wouldn't be half the player I am today if I didn't get to learn from them.
Oscar, when you walked into Athens, you know, you guys won a championship, you know, it's 3 years later, and you know, you guys have an opportunity to do that again. How much do you kind of look back at those days, and kind of, you know, think about the 3 years that have happened since, and talking to these young guys about, you know, you just never know if you're going to be able to have this opportunity again. How much do you talk to your younger teammates about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I mean, we got an opportunity every day to get better at practice, and that's what those really good teams do, is that they care about practicing and getting better. And, you know, being here as a freshman, we won the national championship. I know what it looks like and what you need to do every day to accomplish that, and so does Coach Smart. And, you know, the coach can always tell you what y'all need to do, but, I mean, it's got to be player-led, and it's got to come from one player to another, and I think our senior class really knows what it looks like and kind of holds those younger guys to that standard and kind of teaching them that, so hopefully in the future they can know what it feels like as well.
Whenever you talk to, I guess it was 10 transfers that the team brought in, when you talk to those guys about their experience of always been like through 10 games, what kind of comment do you hear from them? How about, you talked about the toughness a while ago, that you kind of going through everything at Georgia, what kind of comment do you hear about along those lines?
Yeah, I mean, all those guys, they shared in the off season like what it was like at their old programs, and none of them have said anything compares to what it's like here. And it's a brotherhood here, and it's special, and we truly care about each other on and off that field. And I think that's what kind of helps bring our game to the next level. You know, all those young guys or those transfers that came in, they immediately were welcomed and they felt like they were at home. And I think that was a big thing. Just, you know, welcoming those guys into our program, because they're part of this team now. And you asked me about Zach Branch right now. It feels like he's been playing here for 4 years with me. So, you know, all those guys are super special, and you know, we care about them all just like we care about the dudes who've been here for 4 years.
You guys have had 36 red zone trips this year and 32 touchdowns. What's been the secret to when you guys get in the red area, being able to find the red zone?
I don't think there's a secret to it. I mean, you get in the red zone, you have to be able to run the ball, and I think that we care about that, and it's one of the things we focus on this offseason is, you know, running the ball and just being able to run the ball. And when you can run the ball well, you can throw the ball well. So it's kind of just all comes hand in hand. So I don't know if there's really a secret to it. It's just, you know, who's more physical and who really wants to put it in the end zone.
You guys don't know yet if you're going to be able to play in the SEC championship game, but with the benefit of hindsight, how much did winning that game last year sort of help this year's team and set you guys up for what you've been able to do this year?
Yeah, I mean, the SEC championship is one of I think the most impressive games to play in the country. I mean, I think the SEC is the best conference in the country, and to be able to play in that game is super special. I mean, I think it's one of the most watched games across the country as well. It's a special thing to be able to go there and play that really physical game every year, and it's just exciting. And when you can go there and do the stuff that we did, it kind of just lets you know what you're capable of achieving. But I mean, that team last year that won is a different team this year. So.
You guys come off a big win. There may be a sense, do you want to exhale a little bit? Kirby Smart talked about keeping everybody focused, and you've had a lot of experience in Kirby Smart practices. How will he keep you guys focused this week?
Yeah, it's simple. It's senior day this week. When I was younger and those older guys were playing their senior day, it didn't matter who you were playing. You want to send them off the right way. So I think that's going to juice everyone up this week, and we're excited. I'm excited, and you know, for it to be possibly my last game in Sanford, it's gonna mean a lot to me.
Time for one more question.
Oscar, did you watch the Darnell Washington just run where he's throwing people around? Give us your thoughts on it and any notes you might have.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Hartley sent that right in our text thread right when it happened, so we got to all watch it. I was watching the game as well, but you know, it's the people outside the building that are seeing that for the first time are impressed. But I mean, I haven't seen that. I remember seeing that when I was here with him, so it's special. He's a special player. He's a freak, and you know, he's gonna keep doing that for a long time.
Thank you, Oscar.
Thanks, Oscar.